Hi, everybody. Welcome to the GameGO podcast, a podcast where we talk about video games and whatever the hell else we want to talk about.
Hi, I'm Sonorith.
I'm H8BitHero.
Yep, man, that's us. And
I did that thing I did last week again.
Yeah, you did. I was gonna say. But hey, hello everybody. Hope you're having a good day, a good week, a good month.
A good existence in general.
Today's February 20th, at least when we're recording, and we've got a bunch of news to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is Rocket League. It's that car game where you're playing soccer but with flying cars. It's awesome. And they've announced a DC Superheroes pack coming March 5th. If you have not yet purchased the 89 Batmobile or the Dark Knight Tumbler, this is going to interest you because it comes with both of those. And on top of that, it also comes with 9 banners and 8 decals themed after members of the Justice League, like Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash, the big three, I think Cyborg. Yeah. And the whole thing's going to be $3.99, so it's a pretty good deal if you don't have the cars either. Like I mean, I'll probably buy it on PS4 because I like DC Comics. But what are you going to buy it?
I see Tumblr and I want hot cocoa.
That's not the right thing.
No, I know. I haven't played Rocket League in a long time, and I was just thinking, do I have it on Switch or do I have it on Steam? I think I have it on Steam, but yeah, that said, I haven't played it in a while. This is all great. That's cool. But, I mean, that's as much as I got to say about that.
Yeah, I think the cars on their own are like $1 or $2, so you throw in all those banners and stuff. It seems like a good deal. So if you play, you should probably check that out March 5th. Another game coming March 16th, or a game. Burnout Paradise has announced a PS4 remaster that's coming March 16th. It's going to be running 4K on 60 frames per second on the Pro. And it comes with all the add-ons and the DLC of the original game. I think it's like 8 years old now, right?
It's basically. If not that, older. I don't know. Burnout Paradise has been out for a long time, and it was a really good idea for them to come out and change the format to this. It's just kind of weird that it's the last thing Burnout did, right? Like nothing has come since, and like any work that went into it was pretty much just DLC.
Yeah, there was a hefty amount from what I saw on the list, so it's a good deal, I think. I don't know if it's going to be $60, though I don't think it's a bad price for all the stuff you're getting.
Yeah.
But
man, that game was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah. More DLC news coming for anybody who likes Dragon Ball FighterZ. They've announced Bardock and Brawly are going to be coming to the game. They haven't announced a date yet, but they did show off, I think, some pictures. And they announced that for like Bardock's Super, he goes Super Saiyan, and Brawly is huge, and he has a gigantic meteor is the name of his attack.
I feel like such an idiot now. You had asked me before you headed over to record, like, if you should bring anything.
Oh, that would have been a good one, huh?
Yeah, because I haven't gotten to check this out yet.
Yeah. The game looks gorgeous, by the way.
From everything I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, it lives up to the hype. But Brawly is one of my favorite characters. Not like in terms of lore, but just his appearance. He's like this giant hulking monster. So it'll be fun to play with him. And if you have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 data on your console, you will also unlock skins for Android 21.
Yeah, who wants Xenoverse?
The villains of the story. Apparently, it was pretty good if you played with other people, which
yeah,
I think is a thing you could do.
From the get-go, when I stepped into that game, like, it has such a specific kind of feel and that open worldness to it. It's like, this is not the game I was expecting.
Yeah, but yeah, if they have not announced any individual prices for the characters, but the season pass is $34.99 and comes with at least 8 characters. I don't think they've announced anything else that it comes with, so that doesn't seem like a terrible price. I don't know if I would buy that though. And last week I mentioned for Monster Hunter that if you had the Street Fighter V data on your console, you could play the mission to unlock Ryu's armor early. That went live shortly after we recorded the episode, so if you have Street Fighter data and you want that Ryu armor, you should go and play right now, because apparently it's kind of tough, according to my friend. Although, I think it forces you to use some weapons that maybe you're not familiar with. My friend was struggling to use, like, the hammer or other things.
Wait, what do you mean?
You have to pick one of like 5 weapons to do that challenge because it's an arena challenge.
Okay.
And those work differently. It tells you to pick one of 5 weapons, and I think it gives you a loadout to do the mission with.
Oh, all right. So with the save data, you get access to the challenge, and then you can unlock the. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but then you also have to beat it like 8 times, which that seems a little weird.
Excessive.
To me. Yeah. I mean, if you can prove mastery over it like maybe 3 times. The Horizon Zero Dawn one I had to do twice because you need 3 of the item to get everything, the weapon and the skin for the cat.
Okay.
And I think you got 2 every time. But it wasn't too bad because you just had to kill these birds, which are like weak enemies. The problem was that there was a larger enemy that was like in the area, but it was doable. And then for this one, it seems like it's an actual challenge and it's 8 times. So I don't know. Hopefully it's easier when the general public gets access to it, or I don't know. We'll see. That probably will come out by the end of next week, next Friday.
Yeah. Having loved Street Fighter for as long as I have, I would love to have that. But I haven't even checked out the new Monster Hunter yet, so.
Yep, you need to do that.
Yeah, this seems like it's going to be a mandatory, like, no, you don't get to say
Instead
that you're
of
in the loop or
Resident
in the
Evil
know.
Revelations 1 and 2. Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, man.
It's totally
There's
worth it, man.
so many good prices on several good games, and it's like, I beat both Revelations. Do I want to replay it? Let's keep going.
Yeah. Soma. We mentioned safe mode was coming to the Xbox version of the game a few weeks ago, maybe months now. But those came out, and they announced that it would also be coming to the PS4. And the only reason I mentioned this is because I saw a lot of like negativity surrounding the announcement.
Yeah, what kind?
A lot of people were saying like, why take the challenge out of the game, or like it's a safe space. And it's like that's such a stupid argument. Because you don't have to play that way. Like it doesn't affect you if you don't want it to. And why does it matter to you how somebody else plays a game?
That's the part. That's the part that I don't get. Is like
unless you're playing a multiplayer game and they're cheating, then you should not have anything to say about it.
Right. I would just I'm more like just this is you playing your game. You enjoy it the way you like. End of story. I don't know that game was hard or anything in any way. It was scary.
I know it was a little frustrating sometimes when we didn't know where to go.
Right.
And then there are enemies scattered around, so it's like, okay, well, now I have to go through this field. We were underwater, and there were a bunch of floating robots around that could kill us. And then we kept getting lost because I don't know if it wasn't clear or I wasn't paying attention to where to go.
No, there was we were having some kind of confusion, both of us, and we were both like trying to get through that game.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what was that unclear about it, but yeah, we were definitely trying to swim around and just figure out where the hell we were supposed to get going to.
Yeah. So I mean, stuff like that can be frustrating if you keep dying.
But it's not really that it's like like Celeste. If you speed run, you got some pride in that.
Yeah.
Or just beating the game is a kind of a task. So I could see people complaining about Celeste itself, which includes a mode like that where you can customize the hell out of the gameplay.
To make sure you see everything.
Yeah. I don't... In Soma, it's just extending your point of like, just play it the way you want to play. Don't be concerned about others. Because it's like, I don't know. I can't think of just something that's less relevant to you or someone else's, the way someone else wants to get through it.
Yeah.
Especially in the fact that this game isn't necessarily a speed run or specific kind of challenge. It's meant to just be experienced.
Yeah, and some people are saying like if you take out all the monsters, like that's the whole point of the game. Which, from what we played, there was a very good story. Like we started seeing pieces of that when we stopped playing it, and I would hate to be like not everyone's great at video games. That's a truth of the world. Not everyone's playing them to be the best. Some people just want to experience a story. And if this mode lets somebody else who wouldn't otherwise let them into the story, this cool sci-fi like trippy mind fuck, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, because like I said, that's the important part of this piece of media, is that mindfuck in this game. Sorry for there is quite a huge plot twist, or this game is very trippy.
Yeah.
And that's the point of this game. It's not trying to challenge you, or when it gets frustrating or hard, it's not. It's, I guess, kind of more of a testament of bad gameplay, considering that that's not the focus. It's this. There's no reason to dislike this.
Yeah, it's like if to watch any Christopher Nolan movie, you had to beat it somehow. It's like, no, you want to watch it and talk about it with your friends or your coworkers or your family or something. It's an experience.
Yeah, it's like suddenly putting I was gonna say price of admission to watch that movie, but that's
that's how movies work.
So direct, it's a bad analogy.
No, but it's like religion or a diet. If it's no one's forcing it on you, then don't worry about it.
BioShock on easy. BioShock Infinity on easy. You play that game because, it's got the crazy story in it, and it can be hard if you want it to. But, there's a lot of story, and if you could only get halfway through, that's a lot of investment. Go back, easy, get through the game, no shame.
Yeah. Enjoy the story, however you want to play it. And if you have a problem with someone else taking an easier route, then you need to rethink your priorities, I guess.
It's weird that it's like, it shouldn't bother you in any way at all.
Yeah, but to be fair though, there were like half the people were also like, why is this bothering you? So not everyone is dragging on this this new mode. That's fine. Just go enjoy games however you want. Fable Fortune, the collectible card game, is coming to Xbox One and PC. It was in early access as of July last year, 2017, and I just didn't hear anything about it, and apparently now it's leaving early access to full release in 2 days, on Thursday, February 22nd. It'll be free to play, and if you want, you can buy a Founders Pack. You can get 20 cards and some rare stuff too. I'm probably going to check it out because it's free, but other than that, like, anybody who still wants Fable... this is not how they want it, and yeah. I have not heard anybody talking about this besides like just to announce this.
This is weird. Why is it tied to Fable?
Hopefully it's not dead in the water. Like,
was it in the game?
I don't even remember. I know there were pub games, but I
know Gwent
other stuff
is actually in Witcher, right?
Which that they changed the rules in that, and I was not a fan. I like the Witcher Gwent, not the standalone one.
Not the standalone Gwent.
Yeah. It took a lot. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was the same game, but I mean that at least makes sense. It was in the game.
Yeah.
This just is a collectible card game.
It's trying to do what Hearthstone did, and I think Smite has a version of this, and Dota 2 is now doing one
with an entirely inappropriate IP suited for such a thing.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know how Smite's is, and might be good. I don't know, and I don't know how Dota 2's Artifact game is going to turn out, but. Not everything has to be a card game.
Right.
And
if it's going to be a card game, I don't care how much you think people like Fable, you're wrong. Pick something better to make a card game out of.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that like Fable still, but they would want another Fable game, not a card version.
Yeah, if you're going to give us anything Fable related, give us another Fable title. Nothing. No, don't give us an iPhone game. Don't give us a game on a portable system. Give us a freaking Fable game if that's what,
Yeah, hey,
if you guys are trying to give us Fable. And this is coming from someone who hasn't played a single one.
Okay. Yeah, my friends were pining for another Fable game.
I know the people who played them, they were big fans, but I just don't know too many people who did.
Yeah. GTA Online is embracing tax season. So
this is so crazy.
If you log in now, between now and the 26th, you will receive $250,000 in game. And if you spend money in the game between now and the 26th, you'll get 10% of that back, up to $1 million. They're kind of leaning into the tax and rebate and refund stuff. It's kind of fun.
How insane would it be if it actually used the log of your purchases?
That would be
and taxed
awesome.
You or deducted you in whatever way appropriately. That would
yeah.
That'd be crazy. That would also, that would influence what's the word? Encourage you to spend in game as well.
Yeah. Like actual money, right?
Right.
Yeah. GTA, they've had a lot of updates, and I think right now you can even earn a revolver that you can use in GTA the story, and in Red Dead Redemption 2 when that comes out.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I mean, there's always a reason to come back to this, and a free $250,000 is nothing to scoff at unless you are one of those billionaires that can use space lasers to kill people. But they cost $1 million, I think, every time to fire, so, you know.
Oh, that's a real thing.
In the game, yeah. You thought I was joking.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for the people that have the money, not the poor ones.
Not the peons.
Yeah. Evil Within 2 is getting first-person mode. On PC, you could kind of unofficially like change the settings so that it's first-person, but it's now going to be an official release on PC and consoles, and it seems like a really cool idea. I can't imagine how much scarier it would be to be in first-person, because in third-person, you kind of have that, I can look everywhere around me. You have a wider range of vision. But if you're in first-person and you're sneaking up on an enemy, that's all you can see.
Yeah.
But they did say that it's so people can have a closer look at all the cool models and environments. And I think being in first person would also really give you a sense of the scale, because there's like floating buildings in the air and stuff that's cool, but I think it'd be more breathtaking if you were in first person, especially in VR.
Like it's also borrowing from the fact that Resident Evil was entirely in VR. I mean, first person, and it worked well. So there's like, well, the game's already out. It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, and hopefully they do include some first-person animations, and it's not like an unpolished thing. But
oh yeah, like it's not literally just the game in first person, but that it also includes. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, when GTA 5 went online with the newer console re-release, they added a bunch of animations so that it seemed like the game was also tailored for
first person.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to see this getting a similar like treatment. Stardew Valley's multiplayer. That is something that I've been waiting for a long time. I bought the game on PC, waiting for it, and that was like a year or two ago. But there's a beta expected this spring. I'm assuming it'll be coming to the PC first before anything else, and then Switch. But the developer said he would be giving more details about the beta as it approaches. So right now, all we know is that it's expected in spring. But I'm excited for that.
My sister wanted me to get Stardew Valley just to play it, and
it's really good.
I think for the multiplayer, if there's a way that we could play together, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. So probably by the summer you should get it, because I'm hoping.
Is it going to be a free update?
Yes.
Okay.
Although I don't know how many copies you're going to need, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's one per player, and that's exactly what I'm expecting.
Okay. Yeah. No, you need 2 per player. In a stunning turn of events.
And 3 consoles.
That's too far. Okay. Assassin's Creed Origins is receiving their educational discovery tour mode today, February 20th. We mentioned this a while back in one of our episodes, talking about how they were going to have a educational version that you could take tours of Egypt, and they finally are releasing it. There's going to be 75 tours in the game, ranging from 5 minutes to 25 minutes, and it's going to cover Egypt, the pyramids, Alexandria, the Romans, and a lot of other stuff related directly to the stuff you'll find in the game.
Considering the work that Ubisoft puts into how good the games look, this is actually something I would look forward to, because you're getting, if you were getting a educational tour from any other kind of company publishing it that wasn't, an interactive medium kind of tour, kind of company, it was gonna be disappointing no matter what, and it was going to reek of education all over it. This seems like, wow, okay, this is gonna be Ubisoft doing this. That kind of seems interesting. Yeah, seeing their take on something like this.
Yeah, I know that they always try to get things as authentic as possible. I did hear some problems with Cleopatra's portrayal in the game, that they made her sexy instead of realistic.
Oh, yeah, because she was, she looked okay.
She had some stuff, I think, going on. But yeah, the game is, this educational discovery tour mode is going to be free if you already own the game. If you don't, it's $20, which I imagine is not a bad price for an educator that wants to, show this to the class. I don't think that there's going to be like violence or anything. I know they're going to take the weapons out. That's the whole point, is it's a tour. But I think it would be suitable for middle schoolers or something, because I know that's when I learned about ancient Egypt. Moving on to some Call of Duty news. If you have not been playing the Resistance event, they did bring back Prop Hunt, which is freaking insane fun. Have you ever tried it?
I have not. I have seen it, and it looks like nothing but fun, so I'll have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, my brother was playing it. He was hiding as like a radio in like a war-torn area.
God!
Like a little radio, and so that you have something of an advantage, like you're not just completely screwed if you're looking for the props. That you have to you whistle every 20 seconds or something.
Okay.
So the people are looking around shooting anything that even remotely resembles like something off, and then they'll hear whistles like, you know, not everybody whistles at the same time, so you just hear like just around the map. So then like if you hear it close by, you just start shooting everything.
Does this one not penalize you for firing?
No, yeah, it doesn't, which is weird.
Because I think that's what the original one does,
Okay.
is every time you guess by firing, you lose 10% of your health.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, so you only get the 10 shots, and then, but then as the target as well, I think you can take 2 or 3.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, so if you have to be sure that
You can't even kill all of them by yourself then.
What do you mean?
Well, because you can only kill like 3 if you only have 10 shots. If you hit them, you don't lose any health?
Yeah. If you
Okay.
hit, and you're correct, you lose nothing.
Okay.
If every
that was
time you
confusing.
miss is minus 10, and then, like I said, I think it takes maybe 2 or 3 shots to get rid of the target.
Okay. No, yeah, he was hiding as a radio. I think there were 4 people left. It was like the countdown. And so they're just getting angrier and more aggressive, shooting everything. There's a final whistle 20 seconds before the match ends. There are 4 props left. So my brother's like, oh, like, okay, they're not going to find us all. 2 of them get killed.
Oh, wait. And in this mode, there's teams.
There's 6 and 6, I think.
I think the original, it's only 1 prop
Oh,
to the entirety of the rest
okay.
of the
That
game.
explains it.
Okay.
So it's just him and another guy, and I don't think he's communicating with him at all. But he like, people are moving, and I'm like, why are you moving? They're gonna see you. They're gonna shoot you. He ends up like running right up. He floats because he doesn't make any noise when he's walking. He floats up right behind one of them, who like runs up to like a perch to look out at the map. He's hiding right next to him as a radio, and he's not gonna see him unless he turns in first person.
Right.
And at the very last half second, he turns from the radio into a nuke. That's like, huge. So I didn't notice it at first, but then when it goes back to the instant replay, because like that's a brave move,
Yeah.
it just shows this radio turn into a nuke, and the soldier is mostly enveloped in it, and he lost. Yeah. I was like, that's freaking awesome. That's cool. Anyway, that event is back for the next week, so play that as much as you can because it's funny, and I'm sure playing with friends it's even better. But more news for Sledgehammer Games, who made Call of Duty World War II. Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey, who are founders of the company, they left to go to Activision. Everything I'd read made it seem like they just left and there were bad reasons for it, but they're actually going to be performing executive duties for their publisher, Activision.
Shocking headlines.
Yeah, that was clickbaity as hell. But Aaron Halen, who is another founding member, is now the new studio lead, which that's awesome, I think.
Yeah, it seems appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a third founder or just, however number of founders there were.
Yeah.
Cool. It just seems like everybody's stepping up to the next graduation jobs.
Yeah.
Nice level ups, guys.
Yes. And I believe in a bit of sad news, Mafia 3's developer has laid off some people.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
How long has that game been out?
That game's been out for like a year or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have anything planned?
I don't know. I want to say I heard about a canceled title, but I'm not 100% on that. But it sounds like not completely terrible news. It sounds like they're actually the company's helping them look for another job.
That's frequent and always great.
Yes, because I mean I know with game development, the studios will kind of ebb and flow when they need or don't need people. So layoffs are pretty common, as you might have heard a few times on the podcast already. But yeah, if you can help them set up another job or something, because they're not being fired because they're bad at their job. This is
layoff.
The nature of the company.
There is
or
either
the
no
industry.
need or they are now superfluous as per the budget.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good that they're helping him find more work. And hopefully everybody who did get laid off can find something else because people always want more video games, as Steam libraries will attest. But that's pretty much it for the news. Have you been playing anything this week?
I for no real reason got back on a Breath of the Wild kick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've been killing Lionels and Enoxes like nothing. It's it's kind of crazy when I'm playing on master mode.
Yeah.
So even when I was playing on the regular mode the first time, those things never got easy for me on my first couple of runs. Now I'm playing master mode, and it's like I'm trying to get some upgraded equipment and such. So
Yeah,
they're getting easier and easier with every pass. I didn't know that you can like every time you headshot a Lionel, he gives you the opportunity to mount him and smack him in the back a lot.
Yeah, I learned that today also.
I had no idea. But yeah, so I've been going through that. I was looking through the eShop, and I think next week I'm going to have a lot more games to talk about because there's a lot of stuff that is on sale and that, is new on the Switch that I just want to play. Like, we talked about several of them. I'm thinking about Revelations. I played those before. But then there's also Owlboy and
Owlboy.
Blossom Tail, Blossom something.
Tale of the Sleeping King or something.
Yeah, that
looks
Legend
cool.
of Zelda looking one. Or,
Yes.
well, Link to the Past looking one. There's Dendura?
Dendara?
Dandruff.
Head
I want to play that really bad. And then I got to find out that other game. It was in a Donkey video. It was also an indie game that has a black dude with a fro. And he does a bunch of flips. I need to figure out what that is.
Yeah. Okay, so I played... you mentioned sales. I actually got Metro Redux for, was it $12?
Nice. It was a two-pack thing, right?
So yeah, Metro Redux is a re-release of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, and it's bundled together, and it used to be 60, I think. It's 30 now, but I got it on sale the day I decided to finally buy it. Well, it was $12. So freaking awesome for me. I started playing Metro 2033. I had rented Last Light before, which is the second one. And it seemed cool, but it just wasn't really, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the characters. So I went back to the first one, and so far it's really enjoyable. It seems, it's weird. So like money is not a thing. I mean, well, you use bullets as money. Because everyone is stuck underground because Russia and the world got nuked. So everyone's in the metro. That's why it's called Metro. But just the way that people are down there, it's like it's a whole nother culture. And the weapons are pretty cool. They all look kind of realistic, and I think some of them are, but there's like a gas gun that is powered by gas. You have to like pump it up if the pressure gets too low.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's one gun called, I think it's called the Bastard, basically. It's a submachine gun, but if you shoot it too long, it overheats, so then it jams up or it just gets too hot to fire. And the clip is weird. It's like a little metal rectangle with bullets just in there, and it goes sideways through the gun as it's like using it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that used to be a kind of clip, I think, on German guns.
Okay, yeah, so they're in this game. I also use a shotgun. The monsters are weird, but they're not like terrifying or anything, at least yet. And there's these weird visions. I don't want to say too much because I think it's vital to the story. But yeah, there's some creatures in there that are odd and kind of unsettling. But and then the game is actually pretty good at setting up these scenarios where it's like you're freaking out, thinking you're not going to get through it. And there's times where I thought I messed up and died, but it turns out that's part of the story. So it's pretty cool. It's an enjoyable story so far. And there's some collectibles around, kind of like BioShock, where you get to read, people's experiences, or actually most of it seems like it's first person.
Like logs and such?
Yeah, where the guy will comment on stuff that's just happened in the story, but you're not necessarily going to find these logs unless you're looking for them. So it's nice to have that extra insight as to what the character's thinking. And then everyone's Russian, and it's, like I said, it's another culture in that game because metro stations are like towns now. So going to the next town over, it's people aren't aware that there's anything dangerous about the metro. They're just traders, and they're enjoying their life. So, I mean, as far as writing, it's pretty good so far. The weapons all feel fine, and I actually found more weapons than I can carry at this point, so I'm kind of like worried about selling too much ammo of one or having too much of it if I'm not going to need it later.
Item management is becoming a thing, or ammo management specifically.
Kind of, yeah. And
kind of like in Fallout when you when you hadn't specialized yet.
Oh, and then on top of that, where like you have too much weight and you have to let go of some stuff, but you're like, well, I have a bunch of ammo for this gun, but I like this gun more, and it's like, you have to make decisions.
Yeah.
But so far I'm enjoying it. I am playing that on my channel. I think I'm playing that on Sonorith specifically. So
yeah, that one's it's MA.
Yeah, this is mature because stuff.
There's boobies.
No, it's blood.
Isn't there boobies in one of them?
I don't know.
I believe there's a pretty popular scene where you're gonna go through a strip club. Sorry for spoilers.
In one of these games?
I'm pretty sure I'm talking about Metro.
All right. Anyway,
I'm like 90% sure, but yeah.
Yeah, the reason I started playing these games is because they did announce Metro Exodus, which is it sounds very ambitious and it sounds cool. So I'm trying to catch up in the story before I jump into that third one whenever that releases. But the guys, the developers are in the like Eastern Europe, I think. They're in the Ukraine, maybe that's Asia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're 4A games, and they put a lot of work into the game. The one thing I will say though is that the children in the game, there's like 2 kids I've met so far, and they're all voiced by like adult men. It sounds like.
Do they even try to like?
Well, like one of them's like, "Give me a bullet and I will show you," but it's like he wanted me to pay him to give me a tour, basically.
Okay.
And it just did not sound like a child, and I think even Sim that was watching.
Give me bullet, I give you tour, Jess.
Yeah.
I like milk. Where is mama?
This is not 5 o'clock shadow. This is always here. It's dark in the tunnels.
Explaining away his clearly freshly shaven beard.
Yeah. But it's a fun game, and well, it was $12 for both. I think right now it's probably like 15 for each one, or maybe a little less. Check them out though, because they are enjoyable, even if they are not super new, and they're cheap. So if you need something to play and you can't afford the next huge $60 game, this is probably a good middle ground. So we got a couple games coming out this week. It's pretty heavy, at least on Thursday, because Switch decides to release everything on Thursdays. But let's start with Wednesday, February 21st. That's tomorrow. You got Layers of Fear coming to the Nintendo Switch. Rad Rogers World 1 coming to Xbox One and PS4. Xenon Valkyrie Plus coming to Xbox One. And Metal Gear Survive coming to PC. That's out today, though, on consoles.
On consoles? That's... Yeah. I completely forgot about that. What was the joke?
They said it's not a stealth game, but it snuck out, basically.
Nobody noticed it's out today.
Yeah. Thursday, February 22nd, you got SEUM, Speedrunners from Hell for PS4. Little Adventure on the Prairie, PS4. Fable Fortune, Xbox One and PC. I mentioned that one. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 Plus coming to Nintendo Switch.
I might get that.
Typo Man Revised for Nintendo Switch. Hollow for Nintendo Switch. Actually, the rest of these are for Nintendo Switch for the day, so I'm just not going to say. ACA Neo Geo Magical Drop 3. Superola and the Lost Burgers. Dragon Sinker.
What?
Membrane, yeah. Ace of Seafood. Radiation Island. Space Cats with Lasers. Arcade Archives. Yujuden. Those are the Nintendo Switch titles this week, at least for Thursday. Friday, February 23rd, we got Twin Robots Ultimate Edition for Nintendo Switch. It's still going. The Final Station for Nintendo Switch. Toki Tori for Switch. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Past Cure for Xbox One and PS4. Fumiko, with an exclamation point, for Xbox One. And Abo Kashem for PS4. That's an odd spelling. And then Tuesday is the big release day. Payday 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch. Hope finally. That crept up on us sooner than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Streets of Red, Devil's Dare Deluxe to Nintendo Switch and PS4. Immortal Redneck coming to Xbox One and PS4.
Whoa.
Yeah, Gravel. Gravel coming to Xbox One and PS4 and PC. De Blob 2 coming to Xbox One and PS4. Right?
They're bringing that back and not on Switch?
Mm-hmm. Moss for PS4, and it said VR compatible, but I don't know if it's required.
I don't know that I want to play a game called Moss.
It looks like Faye, or something. It looks nice. It's a pretty looking game. Shiny for PS4, Blasters of the Universe for PS4, and Mulaka for PS4 and PC. Yeah. So those are the releases this week. I will probably buy one of those Switch games from Thursday because there's a lot of them, and I'm sure one of them looks enjoyable in the slightest. But yeah, we didn't play a whole lot this week, so this is a shorter episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll buy a game or two on the thing, and I'll try them out. So I'll have more to talk about next week. Both me and Hate, I think.
I'm really curious about Metal Gear Survive, and I want to I don't know how to track it. I don't know how to track its performance, but
well, it is a stealth game, so you're gonna have your work cut out for you.
Heyo.
Kind of recycled that joke. Let's see. Dragon Sinker looks cool, or it sounds cool. I don't know. Maybe that'll be enjoyable.
Pac-Man. Have you played those championship editions before?
I think those are the ones that get super crazy neon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
those are weird.
If Just Your Eyes took PCP. Because, man, the visual effects on that game are amazing. And then the sounds are just super hyper crazy
I remember
stimuli.
I think I tried the demo for it for PS4 or something, or the first one. I don't know. All right, but that's it. That's gonna do it for us this week. This has been Sonorith.
And H8BitHero.
Yep. And we are GameGo. So if you like what we do, please come check us out at GameGoPodcast.com. There are links to our other channels there, like YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns you want to ask us or hear us talk about on the show, please email us at GameGoPodcast.com GameGoPodcast@gmail.com.
Dun.
Yeah. All right, so until next week, we will see you. Have a great week and play some video games.
See ya.